Sometimes a photograph can speak 1,000 words and you don't need to write a poem to express what you feel with one picture. Do you believe in this?
I do. I do.
I wonder why. Don't you sometimes think like what you see in an image sort of instantly evokes a memory that even sometimes words can't?
I do agree with that. Though I don't talk at all, so I totally agree with you, because words definitely, I don't know, like my childhood pictures, or if you, I sit with my mother sometime and we go through the old albums that we have at home.
Yeah.
It just feels really good.
What about you, Ritesh?
What our movie really talks about is how you see yourself versus how other people see you.
Yeah.
And a photograph is just a medium to show that.
Post Lunchbox, you know, I think even then you're not the kind of director who wanted to work with stars per se. You know, you wanted to work with actors who, fit your script. Did you see a change in the way people approached, especially producers, when when your film was shown to them, when it came to whether we have enough celeb power in it or not? Do you see that, shift?
I think the actors are the instrument through which you tell a story. Of course, the camera is also, but the actors, in terms of putting a movie together and getting it financed, with just me and a script, I can probably get a movie financed to a certain budget level. But if I want to make a big movie, like if I want, and everywhere in the world, it works the same way, in the English language world, here in the Hindi language world, everywhere is the same. That you need actors to bring, value, so you can raise money for a film. But that's just a fact of life. That's not something that's good or bad. I've never not wanted to work with stars. I loved working with Robert and Jane, and without them, that movie would never get made, Our Souls at Night, without those two actors. It would just never happen, a movie like that, without them. And I loved the experience, and Robert and I had a great collaboration on that movie, and I loved every minute of it. But for me, if somebody fits the part, Irfan, I wrote Lunchbox for him, and he was a big star then as he is now. So I don't think it really matters. I think it's just if somebody fits a part that I write, I would love to work with them.
Sanya was talking to Taapsee, and she had mentioned about how she wants to have, she said, I will start doing only the kind of films that I want once, like you said, I have an audience, and that will only happen probably when I do an occasional Judwa too.
I agree to it, definitely. Though I don't mind doing films like Judwa 2, or because I literally grew up watching those films. Like for me, Bollywood is that running around the tree and dancing and singing.
I think because she received a little bit of flack for the fact that she's somebody who does such responsible films, and Judwa and few scenes were supposed to be a little.
But she was amazing in Judwa.
Yeah, no, but I think few scenes they felt were not appropriately done and were demeaning to women. I think she, for that matter, wanted to explain that, when we did it, it wasn't like that. You were saying, I just wanted to tell you the background of it.
No, but to be honest, you have to. Like, we kya kar sakte hain, because our audience like such films. I'm not saying the ones with those scenes, but they like such films. They like films that they don't have to put their mind into, or they don't have to think a lot about the dialogues or anything. And I totally agree with her कि एक दो फिल्म ऐसी करनी पड़ती हैं because as he said वो equal distribution नहीं है. तो अब भी हमारी फिल्म्स को अगर सिर्फ 300-500 स्क्रीन्स मिल रही हैं, और ये सारी फिल्मों को काफ़ी सारी स्क्रीन्स मिलती हैं, तो लोग जाके वही फिल्में देखेंगे ना, कि उनके पास ज़्यादा वो स्क्रीन्स में वही चल रहा है, तो वो क्या देखेंगे?
I saw the trailer photograph, and I realized, like his films, he really makes sure all his characters have layers and stand out in their own way. Especially when you have a film like this, the characters are important to the narrative, right? And I'm glad that he makes such strong. He has great women characters.
Layers. In Punjabi, it's layers or layers?
It's layers.
Layers.
Layers. हम लायर नहीं बुला रहे आपको बिल्कुल भी.
बहुत layers हैं characters में.
I think people are writing great content and characters for actresses as well. I haven't experienced it. Like I've done Dangal and then after that Photograph.
Especially with you, like I said, yeah. You
Badai Ho, we like all these big, they're brilliant characters. So I think people are writing more like I don't know, like मेरे को तो ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि
I think your filmography is like amazing because you've got characters where you could sort of
even the scripts that I'm reading right now, all these characters are very powerful and very inspiring. So that's a good thing. I think change तो हुआ है काफी time पहले से मतलब वो भी क्या ही बोले from Queen I think things have changed. Yeah. And Razi and people are making such films and actresses are also getting good characters to play on screen. And the good thing is that the audience is ready to watch such films.